So to me, just seeing men, and I don't even talk to men that are irresponsible. I talk to men that are great fathers. Maybe they are, reflective of the person that my dad was. But if they have kids, they are good fathers. They keep their kids, they care about the kids. And that's what I feel like that's what I value, like that's something that I can respect. I'm never going to say I'm okay for you being a deadbeat dad.
It's still a thankless job.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I still think it's a thankless job.
Stepdad.
Being a father in general, I think it's a thankless job.
No,
I think so. I think as men, we find the silver lining in most things. I think being a man is a thankless job.
It is.
Yeah.
Let alone being a father, right? No matter what, you're always gonna celebrate the woman.
Mm-hmm.
Mother's Day is a thing. Father's Day is an afterthought, right?
Don't forget your time.
Being a man, the responsibility is always leveled on you. The anything that happens, regardless of a woman, you see a woman and say, "Oh, I need a partner. I want to find a new partner or whatever. I want a guy to partner with me." The responsibility all still falls on the man. If anything happens, it falls on his shoulders. Provision, protection. If anything happens, you lose your house, it always falls back on his shoulders. It's a thankless job. And the only time that a guy gets real accolades is when he dies. He don't really get his flowers while he's here. And nobody truly understands what he's going through, but there's always going to be these heavy expectations on him. So I think it's a thankless job. I think that guys have gotten to the point today where they tired. They tired of not being heard. They tired of being treated like second-class citizens when it comes to being, their needs and people saying, well, you should do this or you shouldn't do that. And I think that it only started spilling over because guys have always been tired, but it only started spilling over when you started having equality.
Mm-hmm.
When there started being an advocating for equality, because it's then like, okay, so you want equal when it comes to the opportunities and the benefits, but you don't want equal when it comes to the responsibilities of your decisions that go along with it. Guys still do the hardest jobs. Guys are still the ones that's overwhelmingly being imprisoned. Guys are the ones that's still dying overwhelmingly for the things that they have to deal with on a regular basis. And
majority of the home
women are advocating against even updating family court laws that then would make it more equal or equal playing field based off of what it is that we see in this society today. And so it's a thankless job in my opinion, and I don't think that women are truly taking into consideration what men go through when they start to say that they want equal.
But you know what else? They don't. Women don't take the time to understand men in general, and they don't realize that every man ain't built to be a man. They don't realize that shit.
Yes, we do.
Nah, y'all don't.
Y'all perception.
Y'all don't.
What,
I'm sorry.
Y'all perception of what that
Wait.
what a man is.
Let me mind that out. What do you mean by
Weird.
that, AM?
Like, there's a certain way. Like when you were just talking about your daughter, how you feel about your daughter, the way he feel about his child, the way I feel about my child. Every dude ain't like that. Like every dude ain't built like that.
Yeah.
And like, to say women do know that, I think you guys, you know it, but you don't really take it seriously. Like, look at the dude with the 7, like, those women could not be taking that seriously to be in that situation.
Y'all think it's
like
corny?
y'all be, let's keep it real. Let's keep it all the way funky. Women they be letting broke, raggedy, shiftless, non-ambitious dudes
Facts.
shoot up the club.
Facts.
On a regular basis.
And that's one thing I never will understand. I've never had an abortion. I don't even have a child right now. I probably won't have a child. But I don't know. Like, I watched my cousins pop playing bees, have abortions back to back, and be like, I'm going to keep this one. And I'm just like, and then be like, oh, the daddy ain't doing this, he ain't doing that, he barely getting her, he ain't watching her. And it's just like, but you knew what was going on. And that happens like all the time. I think it's like a sickness. Because a lot of women, I don't know if they doing it just to say they had his kid, or if they're just doing it just to prove a point, like, you're not about to tell me what to do. But
what's the mindset of a woman? And I'm gonna just kind of go around the room in a general sense.
regarding what though? Like,
With regard to who y'all decide to lay down with and sleep with.
What's the rubric?
I think that depends on where a woman is in her development. Like Erica spoke about having male presence in her childhood and knowing what a good man represents. But if we have a whole generation of men who don't show up for their kids or their daughters, how can a fatherless daughter be able to discern what a good man is when there's not been an appropriate role model because her grandfather and her father are not around? And so if we have no standard upon which to evaluate, like, I'm just maybe seeking the love I didn't have from my father when I'm laying down. I just want affection from a man. Like, and I have a void in me. I'm seeking to fill a void. But once you realize, like, you got to pour into yourself to fill that void and not look for it in other people, only in God, then you will, like, have more respect for yourself when you're choosing who to like, you can still have casual fun, but, like, find somebody who's willing to take the responsibility when you're doing that. Like, find somebody who's going to show up the way that you, like, you got to, like, invest in yourself and value yourself. And it really depends on where that woman is in her journey when she's making those choices.
I don't know. Because, I mean, like you said, like, the grandfather, the father, like, my role models come from my cousins, like, watching them, even, like, the ones that got married into the family. Like, I have a cousin, well, by marriage, he's raising a child that's not his, and, like, been there since, I think she was, like, 2. And now he got his own kid, married to the, you know, the mother. And, like, when I tell you this man works day and night, provides, and, like, is a great husband, like, I get my role models from them. Like, my dad's in the picture, but he's not in the picture, like, mental health issues, but I look around, like, at the positive male role models, because I can't just be like, I know what a deadbeat is, and I know what a deadbeat nigga is, so I'm not about to be like, ooh, he fine, let me go see what this little future type nigga is. Like, no, like, it's okay to just, maybe they do be lonely, but, like, at the end of the day, it's like,
I would just say
it's
that
not that
you
deep.
don't have a void. You don't have a void.
In a
It feel
sense.
like you fulfilled.
I mean,
In addition to having exposure and role model.
I know what I don't want, because I seen my mama struggle. I seen my cousins have children with deadbeat dudes, and just, I'd be like, you are retarded, because there's no way I'm about to
Because
sit
you
here.
deserve better. You know you deserve more.
And then it's like, I view sex differently, because it's like, if I can't even see me marrying you or, like, actually having your kid, why am I laying with you? If I don't even feel like you about to build with me, we can't have a conversation about normal stuff. Like, you want to just hop on the game all day and just sit there. You want to go to your...
So it's not about fulfilling the need.
Boom.
It's about fulfilling a certain need, but...
Because y'all, listen, let's be
So
real.
wait.
Women got needs too. Go ahead, Am.
So wait, you said that if you couldn't see yourself marrying the person, you couldn't see yourself having sex with them? Be careful. You might set a tone.
In a sense, I can't set that tone because I'm not a virgin, so I cannot set that specific tone. But I'm just saying, in a way, I'm gonna lay with somebody, but not like, I'm not about to casually just lay with somebody. If I'm in a relationship with you, yeah, we gon' be having sex. I'm not a virgin, so anyway.